Welcome back to my channel. Behind me, I'm so excited because I've just finished playing around with it. Behind me is the most epically pink floral teacup wall, and I made like a little feature wall in my bedroom. Any of you who saw my bedroom like room tour, I have this weird shaped large bedroom because my house is an odd like dormer bungalow style layout. So in this little nook I collect china. I had nowhere to give it its rightful display, and I decided to create a little wall and a nook that is very girly, and I'm going to show you how I did it. I'm going to get straight into the video. Here is how I transformed my corner into the most epically pink corner there ever was. So, the messy before. I feel like there is always a messy before. I want to point out what I want to do. So, this wall, hang on, I can't see my camera. So this wall is going to be the teacup wall, but I'm going to paint it in the shade that's on the cabinet, which is Calamine by Farrow and Ball. And I'm going to paint this nook. So, oh, you can't see it, hang on. So I'm going to paint like this nook, the back wall and the door in Calamine. And then this wall is going to be Calamine, which is the same colour as this. I have a messy situation going on at the moment because I need some storage, and the china that's in this cabinet, some of this is going to be coming out, and I'm actually going to use this cabinet for storage. So I'm going to put some baskets in it because, as you can see, I have like, this is where I do my hair, which is really messy. And then I also have been decluttering, and I have some decor pieces for the charity shop outside, but I don't want to send them off just yet in case I use some of the pieces. So that's kind of the situation. So if you see my bedroom tour, which I might do an update when I have this kind of like lounge area, which is why I thought this wall would be nice for a teacup wall. So the plan next is I want to paint the door, and I want to paint it in the same colour as the cabinet. And I know it's going to be very pink, but I'm kind of going for like that statement, you could say. The green, I do like it, and there is other pieces of green in the room, but I'm going all or nothing. I'm going all in. So pink door, I'll do that the weekend, and then the shelves that's going here for the teacups is going to be also in the shade of pink. So I basically want the teacups to be the feature. So this will have the shelves, and all of the teacups will be on this wall as the feature. So I feel like the green door is going to clash. So I'm going to paint it pink the weekend because I want to make the teacups the feature. So here's my maths. I'm not very good at measuring, but my wall is 223 centimeters top to bottom. Actually, that's top to skirting board. It's 174 centimeters wide. So I divided it by 5, but then I adjusted the measurements because I wanted to have a bigger gap at the top and a bigger gap at the bottom, because I didn't want a large gap between the shelves because the teacups are only like a certain size. So I'm doing 5 shelves. There will be 49 centimeters from the bottom and the top, and then there'll be a 25 centimeter gap in between the shelves, and there will be a 29.5, very precise measurement, a 29.5 distance from them in the wall, because the shelves are 115 centimeters wide. So I literally just I deducted, I feel like I'm in a maths class. I deducted 174 from 115, divided what was left into 2, and that gives me my measurement here. So this is how I'm roughly laying out the wall. I'm not going by eye, which is something I normally do. I'm still waiting on my things to dry. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to measure it in pencil, and then that's my guide before I start drilling. So my wall is constructed, and I've started kind of playing around with the teacups and seeing how they look. Now, I bought these little legs off Amazon. Okay, so I got these. They weren't too expensive, and they're clear as well, so you see more of the cup. So they're just little like holders. Like, these remind me of something like your granny would have. Or like you'd bring back a fancy plate off your holidays and it'd have a stand. So this size holds the plate perfect. And then I'm just dressing the wall now, which is the fun part. I had to wait for the paint, more so on the shelves. The paint on the shelves took a while to dry. It was quite sticky, and I think it's because it's an Ikea shelf, so it's not very porous. So the primer did help, but it did take a day or two for the paint to kind of cure on it so that it wasn't sticky. But now we can style our shelves. Also, any of my like china that I have is like, I have just collected it since I moved in, like 7 years I'm here, and I just collect them as I go. So like everything, some of them are secondhand, actually a good bit of it is secondhand, and most of it is Royal Albert, and I collect new country rose. I've no old country rose actually, and I have a couple of their like cheeky pink collection. And then the rest of it you might have seen in like any vlogs, like travel vlogs. I'll pick up trinkets at markets, and this is a Dunn Stores. So if there's a specific cup you want to know where I got, you can just comment in the comments and I'll try as best to help you. But a lot of the teacups and sets that I have are kind of things I've collected along the way, like the little pink. Who remembers this? This set was from Dubai. I went to the market, the souks, not the market, the souks, and down at the souks I got this full Arabic tea set. I have the little coffee cups as well, like that's from Dubai in a market, but I'm sure you could get something similar online. But each little teacup has a memory, so if you want to know any kind of ones, just like even point at the shelf number, the bottom shelf or whatever, and I'll try and tell you where I got it from. So that is my pink corner. I know it's gonna be not to everyone's style, and that's fine. I fell down a Cottagecore rabbit hole last week. One of my lovely subscribers commented and suggested a video about Cottagecore. Now, I'm really sorry, I can't remember your name, but there was literally just one person, and I went on and I watched this video about Cottagecore. And when it comes to like interiors and styles and trends, I try to just not follow a trend, because same with fashion, it swings and roundabouts. So I just pick whatever I like, and if it's a trend, grand. If not, whatever. But I was reading up about Cottagecore. And what is Cottagecore, I hear you say? I don't have the correct definition. Actually, I can get it on my phone. Okay. Good old Wikipedia. So Cottagecore is an internet aesthetic. Anytime anyone says that, I'm like, you're aesthetic. That celebrates a return to traditional skills and crafts such as foraging, baking and pottery, and is related to similar nostalgic aesthetic movements such as grandmacore, grandmacore, and I didn't know it, farmcore, goblincore, not so much me, and fairycore. We like the fairies. According to its proponents, the ideas of cottagecore can help to satisfy a popular desire, an aspirational form of nostalgia, as well as escape from many forms of stress and trauma. Pretty much it was saying how you want to just run to like the country, live off the land and have a cute cottage. And I'm like, wow, I didn't know that there was fellow people who also felt that way, and especially in 2020. So I can see why. I think it's like a TikTok trend, maybe. If you know any more about it, you can comment below. But I think maybe what I have is cottagecore, but I feel like cottagecore is a bit more naturey. So when I looked at like the hashtag on Instagram, I'm very pink and floral, and I have the china and the floral dresses, but the cottagecore trend seemed to be quite in the woods and things like that. But anyway, how did I end up talking like that? Yes, I just wanted to nod to it because I feel like this is a little bit of that kind of style. I do love collecting the trinkets and the teapots on my travels, my souvenirs. Let me know if you want like an updated bedroom tour. All I've done since the last video is like this corner in the room. I do have a big white thrifted wardrobe, which I don't know if I want to strip back to bare wood, because I am using a few pieces in the house that's bare wood. So I might strip that and then possibly do a tour. But I have tweaked a few things in the bedroom, just storage wise, it wasn't working. So if you would like to see that, let me know. I could even make it part of like a little autumn tour. I was thinking of possibly doing like an autumn home tour. Not like that I do lots of autumn decor, but I definitely layer up the house a bit more with the cozies and the candles and the scents and things like that. Another thing I was thinking, my wall could take 2 more shelves. I was just measuring it and I made the wall. I could fit another shelf at the bottom, and I could go another shelf on top, but definitely another shelf on the bottom. And that gives me joy because I haven't been collecting any tea sets or teapots or trinkets because I'd nowhere to display them. And I don't want to have them and just have them sitting in boxes. No, this treasure deserves to be seen. And I do have like, I have a china cabinet here, and I also have more china in the living room. If you've seen like my living room tour, I still have like Royal Albert stuff downstairs, and I have a cabinet. But if I do, now that I know I can get 2 more shelves in here, I might just, if I see something. But generally I try not to just buy tea sets frivolously. I will buy them as kind of like a token for something. So if I've been traveling or if I achieve something, I'm like, I'm gonna get that teapot, I'm gonna get that. So every teapot has a tale. I feel like that could be a book, but every teapot has a tale. That is me for this week. I hope you're all keeping well, and cheeky thumbs up for the teacups and the teapots if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.